I mean, well, let's don't wishy-washy about it. Is the NFL scripted or is it not?
Man, I think they got billions of reasons to have an interest in who's there.
Is the NFL scripted? And I'm going to yell it a little louder because I don't think you heard
Okay.
me. Is
Okay.
the NFL scripted or is it not?
Absolutely. There you go.
Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, so you're a flat earther, NFL scripted.
No,
So we're going all the way that way.
I'm
All
not
the way
getting
with
into
the
all the other
conspiracy theory.
conspiracies, but sometimes when you start labeling yourself sports entertainment and there's billions of dollars on the line, I don't believe there's not some people, blowing some wind in the sail to make the boat move, if that makes sense.
Welcome to Big B Daily. No frauds allowed.
What is going on, people? Welcome back to Big B Daily Show. This is your man, Big B, Brien Hanley. We appreciate you. We are live on TikTok. What's going on, TikTok? And we are live on YouTube. What is happening, people? What is going on? It's Thursday before the Super Bowl. A lot of stuff still going on. We got some good topics that we're talking about today. Devin Hester, is he Hall of Fame worthy? Some good landing spots for Justin Fields, and the best Super Bowl team ever. I like all these topics that we came up with today. And again, it's you guys. You guys send me stuff, text, request, emails all the time for stuff like that. So we just try to pop in what you guys are looking for. So we continue to appreciate it. We continue to love the support. We're on again Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Time, live on TikTok, live on YouTube. TikTok, keep clicking that screen. We want as many people in here as possible, man. 5,000 likes and at least 30 new follows. So if you're in and you're not following, please give us a follow. Same thing over on YouTube. We appreciate you guys. Let's get into this, man. Let's get into it. So first up, is Devin Hester Hall of Fame worthy? I have attacked this a couple of different times. He didn't get in last year. And here's my take on it. And I want everybody's opinion. Y'all chime in. Is he a Hall of Fame? Is he Hall of Fame worthy? I guess. I think yes. I think he is definitely Hall of Fame worthy. However, should he get in before, I don't know, like a Fred Taylor? Or, because remember, Devin Hester is just a specialty guy. People keep trying to throw in, well, you could get the ball in his hands on offense. No, you couldn't. Because if you could, he'd have done that. He was an awful receiver. We all know that. So, but yeah, like I said, he's a specialty. He's a kicker. And what would you rather have on your team? A good kicker that can win you games or Devin Hester? And that's all I'm saying. He was outstanding as a returner. Nobody did it better. But here's an argument. If Deion Sanders wasn't as good as a cornerback and all he did was be a returner, would he have been better than Devin Hester? My answer to that is yes. Yes, he would. Now, I love Devin Hester. Again, he's great. And I think one day he should get in the Hall of Fame. But don't tell me that he's more important to a football team than a kicker is, because he isn't. He's not. And somebody on TikTok, or not TikTok, on YouTube, said, if Hester isn't Hall of Fame material, then nobody is, which that's a laughable statement in itself. Nobody redefined their role or was so dominant as a DH. Should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. So we're saying that Devin Hester should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer, that he's just as important as, and we're not going to say a quarterback because nobody's just as important, but is just as important as a left tackle? That's what we're doing? That he should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer? Oh, man. I don't get it. I like Devin Hester. I think he should get in the Hall of Fame. But let's not kid ourselves and act like that it's more important for him than other positions. And I know there's a question, a quarterback is more important than a center, so no centers get in. That's not true. That's not what I'm saying. But you're going to put a quarterback in. If the argument is a quarterback or a center, the quarterback gets in. I mean, that's just the way that it is. Centers deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. And again, I didn't say Devin Hester didn't deserve to be in, but let's pump the brakes on if we think Devin Hester's a first ballot Hall. First of all, he wasn't. And second of all, there's other people that you would put in ahead of him. There's just other people. Didn't redefine, I guess, if that's what you want to say. I don't know that he necessarily redefined the position because I don't believe that he did. I just think he did it better than other people. But he didn't redefine it. So, and Devin Hester is not a pioneer. I mean, I don't know where anybody's getting that nonsense that Devin Hester is a pioneer of kick returning. No, he isn't. You got to stop. Whew. Whew, man. I love the conversation, but Devin Hester is not a pioneer of kick returning. He didn't start it. He didn't create it. Was he better than everybody else? Yeah, I'll give him that because he was. But he wasn't he wasn't the godfather of returners. We got to stop all that. Sheesh. So, like I said, a kicker is more valuable than a kick returner out of every football team. And a kicker, like for instance, would you rather have Justin Tucker or Devin Hester on your team? That's about the easiest answer that there is. And I won't even go Justin Tucker because a lot of people, Justin Tucker is the greatest of all time. And I know people are saying that Devin Hester is the greatest of all time in his position. Would you just rather have a reliable kicker or Devin Hester on your team? And I would rather have a reliable kicker. So, and people say that single-handedly he won games. No, he did not. No, he did not. So no. And now, yeah, somebody brought up a great point. Gavin O'Brien. I can see the NFL getting rid of kickoffs. And if they did, what would Devin Hester be right now? Like, for instance, if Devin Hester played right now, how valuable would he be? Now, they didn't change the rules because of him. They changed it because of safety. So if he were playing right now, would he be on a roster? Think about that. Would Devin Hester even be on a roster if he played right now? I mean, they'd kick the ball through the end zone. I mean, kickoffs are obsolete. So, and if anybody would rather have Devin Hester than a reliable kicker, then your team wouldn't be very good. So, that's just the facts. That's just the facts. So, he won a couple of games. I get it. I'd rather have my kicker. Kicker wins you games. Kick returner isn't. So, and I know he scored a touchdown on the opening kickoff in the Super Bowl. And he was great. Absolutely was great. I still would rather have a kicker. But does he deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? Yeah, he does. I appreciate the gift. Thank you, Robert. Yeah, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. But if they make certain people wait to be in the Hall of Fame, Devin Hester can wait too. He can wait too. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve to get in. I'm not saying that he wasn't great. I'm not even saying that he wasn't the best to ever do it at his position. But I know some people's argument, well, he's the best to ever do it at his position. Well, there's some good long snappers that were the best to do it at their position too. Do they deserve to be in? Are we putting the long snapper in? No, we're not. We're not. We're not doing that. So, bottom line is Devin Hester is great. I love him. Hall of Fame worthy. I can pass. I can pass. For now. Does he deserve to get in? Yes. But if they make they made T.O. wait, they can make Devin Hester wait. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If they can make certain guys wait, a Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, they can make those guys wait. Devin Hester can wait. You know, that's all that I'm going to say, man. Guys like that weren't first ballot. They can make people wait. And it can't be, well, he was the greatest at his position. That can't be the case. You can't make those arguments. Because, again, at every position, because you're the best, you deserve to be in on first ballot? No. And it also is timing. It depends on who you're going against. You know, who's up for it. You know, you can't put 10 people in. And there's also been times when the Hall of Fame, the NFL Hall of Fame, they shouldn't put anybody in, but they end up putting in like 6 people. And here is the perfect argument right here. My man Wakan, Sterling Sharp before Hester. Absolutely right. Now, you want to talk about somebody who deserves to be in the Hall of Fame and isn't Sterling Sharp because he got hurt early. But you put his numbers up against anything. For instance, Sterling Sharp should be in the Hall of Fame before Devin Hester. Before Devin Hester. That's not a knock on Devin Hester. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. You know, and why? First of all, you can't blame Devin Hester for why the committee won't put somebody in. That's the one thing. I don't want us to just constantly bash Devin Hester like he wasn't a good player, because that's not fair. And you can't bash him because the committee gets it wrong. You can't bash him for that. That's not his fault. But what you can do is say, look, if these guys aren't in, then you don't deserve to be in. So, great point over on TikTok. It's all subjective. So, why is Namath in? Exactly. Like Joe Namath has no business being in the Hall of Fame. Numbers are horrendous. More picks than touchdowns. So, Sterling wasn't a tight end, David Gonzalez. So, let's start there. Let's start there, brother. If you're going to jump into the chat with your chest out, you got to know what you're talking about. Sterling Sharp was not a tight end. He was a wide receiver that played with Brett Favre and at the time was compared to Jerry Rice. Sterling was that guy. When he was playing, he was that dude. He won the Triple Crown. I mean, he was that guy. Just got a neck injury and couldn't play anymore. Hell, he played one extra game that he should have never even played. Could have been catastrophe. So, oh well. Like I said, I like Devin. Look, we got people over on YouTube, people trying to stand up like Jay-Z. I'm about to stand up for Devin like Jay-Z stood up for Bay. See, what are we doing here? I like Devin Hester. I do. There's just other people that deserve it before him. That's all. And Devin Hester didn't change special teams. No, he didn't. We use that word. He changed the game. He's generational. No, he was just very good. He was the best. I'll say he was the best returner ever. He was. But let's not talk about he changed returning as we know it. How? They didn't change any rules for him. He didn't change anything. He was just really good. It was crazy how good he was. But yo, he's generational. Oh my God. Can we stop with the generational stuff? Somebody said they never heard of him. Well, I mean, you gotta watch some football. I mean, Jiminy Christmas. You never heard of Devin Hester? Yeah, you gotta start watching a little bit of football, my guy. Look, even me, apparently I'm a Devin Hester hater, but you have to at least know who he is, man. Or did you just start watching football the last, I don't know, 5 years, which is fine. Greatest punt returner ever. I think he's the greatest returner ever. But my argument with that is, again, if Deion isn't as good a cornerback as he was and wasn't as valuable doing that, would Deion have been better than Devin Hester? Yeah, he would have. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to diminish the man. I'm not trying to say he wasn't the best returner ever. All I'm saying is that when we're talking about Hall of Fame, the greatest players ever, Devin Hester doesn't fit that category for me. Not now. He doesn't fit the greatest players ever. For instance, now I will admit that you can't tell the story of NFL without bringing up his name. Now that's Hall of Fame worthy. Can you tell the story of the NFL without bringing up somebody's name? Well, you can't do that with Devin Hester, which is why I said he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I just think he's got to wait. There's other people more deserving than him. So I guess the answer to the topic, Devin Hester Hall of Fame worthy? Yes. Right now, no. Got to wait. If they, like I said, if they make other people wait, they can make him wait. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I love the guy. So, but he just got to wait, man. He's just got to wait. So, but yeah, the whole, we got to, I know the young people, I'm going to start getting on you, young people. You keep talking about he changed the game. He's a generational talent. Oh, I'm going to start using one of your all's words. Stop glazing. Stop glazing Devin Hester. Okay? Stop it. And somebody says, who should go in his place? What do you mean who should go in his place? Lots of people should go before him. So, lots of people. And people say, and I love that comment, you're right, his numbers won't change. It's either now or never. You can say that about a lot of people that they put in. I mean, they let Lynn Swan and John Stallworth waited 15 years. Their numbers didn't change. Matter of fact, when you started comparing their numbers to other wide receivers, it got worse for the simple fact that it is a passing league now. But they still put them in. They still put them in. So I don't think that argument holds up as far as the numbers. I get what you're saying. I agree, but I don't think that hard. When they make other people wait, is it just a voter thing? And maybe that's the way we go with this. Maybe it's a voter thing. Maybe it's hey, if we make certain people wait, which makes the human element part of this, which for me personally, I think is BS. I think the voter element and the human element, he didn't get in, we got to make him wait. And I guess that's partly my argument. I think it's BS. But I'm not a voter. I don't get to decide what goes on, what goes in, or what doesn't. My man Jake from YouTube, he said he's 26 and voted he needs to wait until his third ballot. I don't know why the third ballot. Why not the fifth ballot? Why not the second ballot? Why not the ninth ballot? I don't know. I love the topic, though. I love the interaction, people. I get it. Devin Hester is great. I just think there's other people that could go in ahead of him. That's all. And if he gets in, am I going to be disappointed? No. Am I going to be upset? No. And is he worthy? Yeah. But again, I'll stand on everything and say Sterling Sharp should be in ahead of him. I don't care. If we're talking impact on a game, Sterling Sharp had much more impact on a football game than Devin Hester could dream of having. And so do kickers, by the way. That's all I'm saying. That's my thing. Nobody wants to say that out loud, but it's the truth. A good kicker is more important than a valuable return man in NFL and football. It just is. Regardless of what he did, what he's doing, if you have not the best ever, I'm not saying you have to have Justin Tucker. I'm just saying a reliable kicker will win you more football games than a return guy. So that's all. That's all. So let's move on to the next topic here, people. Let's move on. Y'all beat my head in about this. Justin Fields. Where should he go? A lot of places. A lot of people are saying Atlanta. Bring him back home. Atlanta, make the trade for Justin Fields. I've heard Pittsburgh. Y'all know I'm a diehard Steelers fan. Saying that the Steelers need to trade and bring in Justin Fields. I don't disagree. If the Steelers give up a second round and maybe a fourth round next year or a fifth round next year, I'd be good with that. Anything but baby hands. Anything but baby hands Pickett for my Steelers. The Raiders is another spot. New Orleans is another spot. You know, the Saints, everybody thinks Derek Carr, hey, they can get out of that contract. I think if the Saints, if they're smart, they stick their toe in there and try to get Justin Fields. There's a lot of teams that should try to get into the Justin Fields sweepstake. You know, what about a Seattle? I know they got Geno, but they can get out of that contract this year. Should Seattle try to go get Justin Fields? Yeah. Yeah, there it is, Seattle. My man, look, me and my man Jake, we're on the same wavelength. He said it at the same time. I kind of like the Seattle fit. See? Great minds think alike, Jake. Great minds think alike. Geno, somebody says I'd hold on to Geno for what? Geno is not reliable. You didn't watch him play this year. Geno Smith is not leading you anywhere. And look, I love what Geno, he was able to resurrect his career, got himself a big contract. Good for him. But no. Washington. That's what my man Can said. And somebody on YouTube or on TikTok said the same thing. My man Paul. Atlanta, Washington, honorable mention, Denver if Wilson leaves. Well, I don't think there's a question that Russell Wilson will not quarterback the Broncos next year. So I don't know. We'll see. And here's good. My man David Gonzalez. Was anybody else surprised at how not terrible Geno Smith was this year? Where did he come from? Is the Jets uniform that toxic? I mean, here's the thing. Geno was good last year for about 3/4 of the season. He was good. This year, that's exactly right, David. Geno Smith wasn't horrible. That's all anybody could say. Nobody said Geno Smith was good. Geno Smith was great. Even on TikTok, my man said, well, Geno Smith was reliable. And nobody's saying Geno Smith is good. Well, what do you want? Do you want a quarterback that's reliable? Or do you want a quarterback that can lead you somewhere? That if the chips are down, he can go win you a football game. And yeah, you're right. My man, Senior John Q over on TikTok, he's right. Geno Smith is a career backup. So, now, Aaron, I get it. Aaron Force 1 says I take reliable over dog water. Of course. Of course. I get that. I get that. And trust me, and there are some teams out there that got dog water as a quarterback. My God. New Orleans Saints should be ashamed of themselves for what they did. That nonsense. Signing Derek Carr. The Oakland Raiders with Jimmy G, with porn star Jimmy. And then all of a sudden turn that around. And now Aiden O'Connell's a rookie. He's not horrible, but I think he's a backup. Fields has got a lot of places he can go. Justin Fields is not dog water. You got to stop that. You give him an opportunity, give him at least a couple of weapons and a decent line, and he can make something happen. So that's all I'm saying. So we need to find that out. Got to have an O-line. Yeah. Got to have some sort of a running game. Yeah. You can say that about a lot of quarterbacks. A lot of quarterbacks. So just give Justin Fields an opportunity. Sometimes, and I think everybody would agree, quarterbacks go to an organization and that organization kills them. Doesn't have a whole lot to do about his play. It's the organization is bad. And the Bears is one of those organizations. They're bad. They're bad. Then, of course, we've got the comment from my man, I can't see his name. Justin Fields is just a good athlete, not a good quarterback. Just tell us what you really want to say, dude. Just say what you really want to say. I think everybody gets it. And Justin Fields is a good quarterback. Would he just become a bad quarterback in the NFL? He was good his whole life. And you've seen him be good in the NFL, but he's not a good quarterback now. Oh, my God. The Bears kill QBs. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So we'll see what Justin Fields, man. I think Justin Fields has an opportunity to be really, really good if he gets put in a decent situation. It doesn't even have to be the best. Look, I'm not here to say that Justin Fields is the best quarterback ever. Yeah, there you go. He's not quarterbacky enough. There you go. Now people are starting to, and I get you were joking, but that's what the other dude should have just said. That's what you really wanted to say. We get it. We get it. But I like Fields. I like Fields. So give him an opportunity. For instance, would Justin Fields be any good if he was in Detroit? Now, having said that, I'm not saying that Detroit should trade Goff or get rid of Goff. That's not what I'm saying. But just think, would Fields be any good with that O-line, that running game, and those weapons? Would he be good in Detroit? Yes. Yes, he would. So it's not like he can't be good. It's just you got to give him some weapons to be good. Like if Justin Fields was in Atlanta, Atlanta wins that division. I'm sorry. With that O-line, the way that now, here, let me backtrack. If you got Arthur Smith calling plays, who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? I mean, because Arthur Smith, you could have Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Walter Payton, Barry Sanders, and he's going to find a way. You know what? We're going to throw it to our backup tight end 25 times. So that's Arthur Smith offense. He don't care. He can have all the weapons in the world. He ain't going to use them. No, sorry. We're going to hand off to the fullback. We're going to run a bunch of fullback dives. But if Justin Fields, if he was in Atlanta, they win that division. I think they win at least 2 more games, maybe 3. They may have gotten to 10 wins this year if used properly. I'm sorry. Hell, I can't even say the word. That's my personal opinion. So, yeah, I like Fields. I like Fields. There it is. My man Jake over on YouTube said Fields with DK, Lockett. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like that in Seattle. They beef up, get that O-line going again. Yeah. And you wouldn't have to give up the farm. If Chicago thinks they're going to get the farm for Justin Fields, they're idiots. Now, somebody may decide to do that, but that doesn't mean you should have to. I think you could get him a 2 and a 4 next year or a 2 and a 5 next year. You could do that for Fields, especially since Chicago wants to take Caleb Williams. So, yeah, he's not worth you're exactly right. He's not worth a first-round pick. I mean, and that's the whole thing. If he's worth a first-round pick, then why aren't you keeping him? That'd be my first comment to Ryan Pace, their general manager. You want a first? Well, if he's worth a first, then why are you trading him? Why don't you keep him? I mean, it's not like the Bears don't have other holes on their football team that they can't use extra picks. If he's a first-round pick and you think that's what he's worth, then you should keep him and move on. But he's not. So stop the nonsense. Stop it. So it's just wild on what the Bears have done. So on what the Bears have done. So I appreciate it. We here just giving you guys a reminder. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Time. We are live on YouTube, live on TikTok. We appreciate it. TikTok, we're almost at the goal. We needed 5,000 likes. We're almost there. We need at least 30 new follows. So if you're not following and you're in on TikTok, please give us a follow. Also, remember, click on the YouTube link in my bio and come and join and subscribe to Big B Sports Talk over on YouTube. Join the live stream. Join the chat. You get access to a lot of stuff that you do not get access to on TikTok as far as takes, interviews, podcasts. A lot of stuff over there, short stories, a lot of stuff that you don't get access to. Come on over. So the next topic is near and dear to my heart. I know we talked about this earlier in the week. Somebody put up a BS poll about the best Super Bowl team ever. And I know somebody put that up, and it was ridiculous. About the 91, again, don't come for me, Washington Redskins. Look, that's what they were called back then. Don't be coming for me. So, I got to put this up. My man came over from TikTok. What's going on, my man? We appreciate you. Young Rave came over from TikTok. Tell people on TikTok how much better it is on this side. Let them know. Let them know on the YouTube side. It's better. But anyway, getting back to the best Super Bowl team ever. Did somebody say it? They did. He said the 85 Bears. Unbelievable. Most overrated Super Bowl team in the history of mankind. The 1985 Bears. Unbelievable, people. And look, I'm not saying the Bears weren't good. I am not saying the Bears are not good. But I'm saying they were overrated. Overrated. One Super Bowl is all they could muster. They supposedly had all this talent. They were so good. And yet, one Super Bowl. Get out of here. I don't want to hear it. Look, on YouTube, I got a graphic up here. USA Today said the number 85 Bears are the best team. No, they're not. I can be the best team ever when your quarterback was below average. Jim McMahon. Give me a break. Give me a break. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. So, unbelievable. Now, let's start talking who the best team is. Yeah, see? Well, Can's got it. He's got to figure it out. The 1978 Pittsburgh Steelers. Or 76 Pittsburgh Steelers. Or 75 Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah. You see where we're going? There's a common theme. There's a common theme. With the greatest team ever. But don't talk to me about no 85 Bears. So, the Steelers, just look it up. How many Hall of Famers do they have? The Steelers, 78, 79, 77, just go on and on. You want to say all the Steelers, fine. That's fine. Somebody says, and again, I got the graphic up here on YouTube, the 1984 San Francisco 49ers. I don't agree with that. I think the 89 49ers team was better because the 84 team didn't have Jerry Rice. The 89 team had Jerry Rice. So I think the 1989 49ers is better, even better than 94, 95 Niners. And the reason because I think that Joe Montana is better than Steve Young. Joe Montana is better than Steve Young. The 1990 Rams are not one of the best teams ever. I'm sorry. They were fun. They were great. But they were not one of the best teams ever. No. Again, great team, not one of the best ever. So, let's see here. The 2002 Bears. Stop it, Chuck. Or Bucks. Whew, I was going to say Chuck Miller. Don't you do it. But the 2002 Bucks. Good team, not one of the best. Good team, not one of the best. 85 Bears. Man, TikTok, come on, people. Y'all are killing me. So, here we go. Now, we got a scorching hot take from my man, David Gonzalez. Here's what he says, everybody. First of all, he tells you, scorching hot take. Football is essentially about points. Score a lot of points and don't let your opponent score a lot of points. Okay, so he's breaking down football to us like we're crazy, but I love it. By the metric, the best Super Bowl team was 1990 49ers, who beat the Broncos by 45 points, 55-10. Yeah, I mean, matchups can mean everything as well. So if you're saying that it's just about who won by the most points, okay. I mean, but that can also be taken in context too, because again, at the time, they were called the Washington Redskins. Do not come for me, people. Don't come for me. Okay? But they slaughtered the Denver Broncos twice. And, and maybe they took the starters out in the middle of the third quarter because the game was butchery. Cowboys did the same thing to Buffalo. I mean, so somebody said the 92-93 Cowboys. So we got somebody else came over from TikTok. What's going on, Bill? We appreciate you, man. Tell the people it's better on this side. It's better on this side. I'm just telling you. Didn't the Raiders destroy the Redskins one year? Yes, they did. Yes, they sure did. Now, it wasn't by as much, but I'll take the 89 49ers as being one of the best. Now, you're never going to convince me, and again, I'm a homer, I can admit it, that anybody's better than the Steelers. I'm just not going to say that. And now if you're on YouTube and you look at the screen, you know who gets the most disrespected is the 1972 Miami Dolphins. On TikTok, nobody over there has said Miami. Nobody in the comments on YouTube has said Miami. All they did was go undefeated. And nobody has brought them up. They're the most, and myself included. I mean, they are the most disrespected team that I think I can ever think of. Now, partly is because they had Bob Greasy as the quarterback. He played half the year. Now, that's another guy. You talk about Hall of Fame worthy. How the hell is Bob Greasy in the Hall of Fame? My goodness. But nobody has ever brings up that the Miami Dolphins team that went undefeated. Nobody ever brings them up as being one of the best ever. So that's, to me, I think that's wild. An undefeated team that nobody says, they're the best team ever. You don't hear that. And they had Hall of Famers. It wasn't like they were. Now, yes, I know Greasy was a Hall of Famer, and he shouldn't be. But there's other guys that they had that were deserving. So nobody cares about floppy fins playing. Come on, man. Come on. So Yes, that somebody makes a great point. My man Brandon, he always comes through, bro, talking about that the Dolphins had Mark Rippon before Mark Rippon. That's true. That is true. I mean, Bob Greasy somehow got into the Hall of Fame. I mean, he must have been on that Joe Namath plan. And he was about as mediocre a quarterback as there could be. Now, granted, the passing game back in those days were different because it was just, I mean, they didn't have a route tree back then. It was you ran a post, you ran a flag, you ran a go route, and maybe you ran a slant. Maybe. But that's it. That's all there was. You go, post, flag, slant. That's all they did. I mean, that's it. And maybe you caught it, maybe you didn't. And not to mention, we're throwing the ball 15, 20, 25 yards down the field. You know, we're not running any comebacks. We're not running any dig routes. We're not doing any of that. No stop routes. No screens. It's feast or famine. Feast or famine. Young Rafe says the 2016 Patriots. It's hard for me to put Patriots in there because you don't know when they were cheating. But if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, in my opinion. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. But it's hard. So, this is a good point, Bill. He says Joe Flacco is on the ripping level, too. I don't know. But you're right. Joe Flacco got hot in the playoffs because he was hot garbage. But here's the thing. Joe Flacco ain't going into the Hall of Fame like Bob Greasy. And just like Rippon ain't going either. But you're right. Flacco was on that Rippon level. And the thing about Flacco is he didn't even have that great of a year. Like Rippon had a really good year. Flacco didn't have a good year. He just got hot in the playoffs. That's what he did. Kind of like Eli Manning. Like Eli Manning got hot in the playoffs. He didn't have this spectacular year. He got hot at the right time. But I don't know. 91 Washington. The Steelers. Give me a Steelers teams from the 70s. Give me them. Yes, I'm biased. Yes, you're biased, Brian. You're a homer. Yes, I get it. I can live with it. But am I lying? Trent Dilford. See, Young Rafe, now you're going too far. So, well, let's open this thing up, man. Let's open up. Let's get to, first of all, USA Today, nobody read that anymore. They said that the number 17 was the 1975 Steelers. We're done with them. We're done with USA Today. We're done. I'm boycotting. 75 Steelers are the seventh best team? A team that's got 9 Hall of Famers on it is seventh best? Get out of here. No one wants to hear that. TikTok. USA Today, tell them, get out of here. We don't want to hear it. Garbage. Ooh, Bill Carmen says, what about Nick Foles? Nick Foles was even worse. I mean, because he came in late in the season and then got hot. He came in later in the season and got hot. Tampa Bay are going to be the Super Bowl champs, Super Bowl 60 champs. Aha. So, Foles at least had his 2013 season beforehand. But still, Foles, Make it make sense for US Today. Yes. USA Today, make it make sense. Woo. See, the thing is, I would make a post about the 85 Bears being overrated. But then you know what? You don't know ball. I'm going to get all the 25 and unders. You don't know ball. Bro don't know ball. You know, I'm going to have to deal with all of that. You know what I'm saying? Bro don't know ball. Dude don't know what he's talking about, which normally I don't care. And I usually will snap back at people, but I've been told I got a bad temper. I need to relax. I need to relax. So what I'm going to start saying to the young people, we talked about this yesterday. I'm incorporating their language, people. And all I'm going to say, stop glazing. Stop meat riding. Stop all the glazing. Yeah. I'm getting into it. I'm leaning into it. If y'all can say it, I can lean into it too. Y'all keep me young. Okay? Y'all keep me young. I love it. That's why I love doing this every single day. Well, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Central Time, live on TikTok, live on YouTube. How you doing? Little promo. So, Bill ain't coaching next year. No, he's not. No, he's not. Number 8 team, the St. Louis Rams, won the Super Bowl. The number 9 team they're saying is the 96 Packers. And maybe, because Reggie White, I mean, any team that's got Reggie White and you win the Super Bowl, and Brett Favre was good too. So, appreciate it, Bill. My man had to jump out of here. We appreciate it, brother. Thank you for jumping in. And thanks for coming on over. Told everybody, man, the YouTube side is better. So, the YouTube side is better. Reggie White was the only man that could throw around Larry Allen. Yeah, he was. Whew. Big B, hardest left tackle of 95. I don't know what you mean. Well, look, now here's this. I'm not a Steelers fan, but Hines Ward, John Kolb, Carnell Lake, and Greg Lloyd should be Hall of Famers. It's going to be tough for Greg Lloyd. The sack numbers aren't there. I feel like you got to have 100. And so I don't know. I love Greg Lloyd, though, but I don't know. Number 10 team is the 1973 Dolphins. Give me a break. So, let's see here. The NFL clearly wants more games. The NFLPA clearly wants them and capped at 20, including preseason. Eventually, there will only be one preseason game and 19 regular season games. I agree with that. Do you think teams will eventually start rotating players? Have 2 different starting lineups? We start lineup A for the tough matchup and lineup B? Yeah, no. That's never going to happen. They only let you have 47 people dress out on a game, so you don't have enough people for that. So, no. And they're not playing as much. You can't load manage like they do in the NFL. I mean, now if they open it up to 65, 70 roster spots, that's a different conversation. But until they do that, no. You don't have enough roster spots. Like I said, you only got 47 that can dress out on game day. And you got to have a punter. You got to have a kicker. So those are 2. You got to have a long snapper. So those are 3 spots. So now you're down to just basically 44 people. And that's not enough for a 2 deep. So you got to have people playing, especially on the offensive line. That's why they call them swing tackles, swing guards. Yeah, you don't have enough. So no, that'll never happen. Not the way it's constructed right now. But I love where your head's at. Let's move on, people, to Q&A. Rumors are Ryan Tannehill to the Steelers. If Ryan Tannehill goes to the Steelers, I'm going to lose my absolute ever-living mind. I will lose my ever-living mind if basket case Tannehill goes to my beloved Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know what I'd do with myself. I literally don't know what I would do with myself. If the Steelers get basket case Tannehill as their quarterback, I just, oh my gosh. I don't get it. I just don't get it. We got to stop this. Oh, I know we got baby hands Pickett. I mean, we're going to have the all-name team at quarterback. We got baby hands Pickett. We'll have basket case Tannehill. No. No, no, no. Oh, my God. The Steelers trade for Zach Wilson. Brandon, look here. Me and you get along. Don't do it. Don't you start with me today. I'm having a good day. Don't you start with me. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Cam Newton. Cam Newton doesn't want to play football anymore, people. We basically heard it yesterday. His interview with Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe broke down how he could get back in the league and said, if you dedicate yourself to go back to training, understand that you are a backup quarterback, you could be in the NFL right now. And Cam Newton, well, I got preference. I put out my teams. Well, how are you going to say where you'd rather go as a backup quarterback? I just want to be a backup in Atlanta. I just want to be a backup here. Otherwise, I don't want to do it. Well, what are you talking about? Do you want in the NFL or do you not? And if you don't, there's nothing wrong with that. He's got a family. He's got plenty of money. He's relatively healthy. If Cam wants to play, he could have played. He doesn't want to play anymore. And he's got to stop saying that he does, because you don't. Because backup quarterbacks, newsflash, they go where the job is. They don't dictate where they go. They go where the job is. If there's an opening somewhere, they go. But they don't say, no, I'm not going here. I'm not going there. I'm only going to go here. As a backup, the Steelers are not picking up Kaepernick. Stop the nonsense. Another guy who doesn't want to play football, who didn't want to play football. Justin Fields to the Steelers would be awesome. I'll take Justin Fields in Pittsburgh. I will. I will take Justin Fields in Pittsburgh. So we're not doing the predictions today, Pat. We are doing the Super Bowl predictions tomorrow, 1,000%. We'll be all over the Super Bowl tomorrow. All over it tomorrow. Like I said, I'm still leaning Chiefs. I'm leaning Chiefs. So I'm not ready to pick yet, but I am leaning Chiefs. I like the number of ways that they can win it. I think the 49ers have close to the same number of ways to win, but I'm leaning Chiefs. My wife doesn't want me to pick the Chiefs because I've picked against the Chiefs the last 2 weeks and they've won. And she's a diehard Chiefs fan. She thinks I should continue to pick against the Chiefs. Now, we talked yesterday about how I was smart about this. I don't know if I'm going to be, though. I feel like I can just stand on what I want to stand on and say I'm picking the Chiefs. I'm tempted to wear a Chiefs shirt for the Super Bowl. I'm wondering if I should do it. But I don't think I will. I think I'll be in my Steeler black and gold. I think I'm going to be on my Steeler black and gold for the Super Bowl. It is what it is, people. It is what it is. Here's good, my man Wakan. Again, do you think Trey Lance will ever get a starting job in the NFL? I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a great question. The problem with Trey Lance, he didn't play enough college football. And I think he was so much of a project, he never really got a chance. But you had to throw him out there because of how high he got drafted. And then he got hurt. I'm not convinced that he couldn't have played well last year. I think he could have. I think he could have played well. I'm not going to go by that monsoon that he played in Chicago. Everybody would have played bad in that. But when he got his opportunity, he was playing well in that game before he broke his leg. I think Trey Lance could be viable. So, could be viable. Irvin Angel, Big B and the glasses need to be on a shirt. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. The Goon Squad got shirts that are getting made. We're in production mode. Production mode. And when they hit, everybody's got to get one. When we drop them, everybody's got to get a Goon Squad shirt. Everybody's got to get one. Paxton Lynch to the Steelers. Brandon, look. I mean, now we're going to fist fight. Okay? We're going to fist fight. All right? Before, I was trying to be nice. Me and you were boys. And now you've gone over the line. You've gone over the line. I don't understand. Why do you all want me to suffer? Let me just ask that question. I give and I give. I come here. I do the show every day. I like everybody's takes for the most part. I talk. We bring up stuff. I invite y'all in. And this is what you do to me. Paxton Lynch. Nick Mullins to the Steelers. What are we doing, people? What have I done? What have I done to you guys? Why do you want me to suffer? Oh, man. Jiminy Christmas. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I try to be nice. I try to give to you guys. And you all want me to suffer. Dak Prescott to the Steelers. Now, hold on a second. Hold on. I would take Dak on the Steelers. Dag on it. I would take Dak. You're telling me that my choices would be Dak, Baby Hands Pickett, or Mason Rudolph. I would take Dak Prescott. I know he chokes in the playoffs. Well, I mean, the Steelers haven't even won a playoff game the last 7 years. At least Dak's done that. I would love Dak to be in the Steelers. Love it. And I think Dak wants out of Dallas. He just got him over a barrel. I think Dak would want to leave Dallas. I do. But we'll see. We will see. Steelers shouldn't go get Trey Lance, man. I don't believe that. Not yet. I got to see Trey Lance do something. I mean, Trey Lance, we already got Baby Hands Pickett. Why do we need anybody else? Why would we need another possible Baby Hands? We don't need that. I don't know what we need. We need Justin Fields. Y'all, we're going to shut down the show today with Justin Fields to the Steelers. Let's everybody think that. Let's will it into happening. Justin Fields to the Steelers. Justin Fields to the Steelers. Everybody now. Justin Fields to the Steelers. It's got to happen. It's got to. And look. My man Allen said Justin Fields to the Falcons. See, well, I just don't get it. Y'all will do anything. Oh, my God. Justin Fields to the Browns. I don't get it, man. Oh. Justin Fields is staying. That's all you need to stop. Oh, my gosh. Oh. All right, people. You win. You beat me down today. You win. I was so positive. I was having so much fun. You guys beat me down today. You beat me down. So, is it too early to draft Peyton Manning's kid? Asking for a friend. I like that. I like that. Hell, according to Peyton Manning, they got like 200 plays in his flag football league. The hell's going? Peyton Manning's lost his damn mind. 200 plays for flag football? Lord have mercy. Sheesh. Kirk Cousins to the Steelers. I wouldn't hate it. And he's not the long-term answer, but I wouldn't hate it. I would not hate it. So, well, we're going to shut this one down today, people. Great show. I appreciate all the interaction. I appreciate all of it. So, Mac Jones to the Steelers. Stop it, Brandon. So, again, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Tomorrow, we're doing Super Bowl predictions. We'll be all over the Super Bowl tomorrow. All over it. It will probably be the entire show. We'll see how that works. We'll see what else happens. NBA trade deadline is today. We'll see if anything shakes on that. I don't think there will be. I think all the big time trades. I know Buddy Hield just got traded, but does he move the needle? I don't know. But we'll see. But I don't think there's going to be any big time trades that happen in the NBA. I think they've already happened. I think for the most part, they've already happened. Somebody might go like Milwaukee might try to get a wing defender or something like that, but we'll see. But either way, I appreciate everybody being here today. Thank you. We will be back tomorrow again, 9 a.m. Central Time. Come live on TikTok. More importantly, come live on YouTube. We appreciate everybody. Love you guys. Aloha.